You're watching KMNH, kids making the news happen.
Hi, I'm Omer and you're watching KMNH News. Today is Tuesday, April 28th. After the loss of my bow tie, I asked you all to vote for which bow tie would be next, and the people have spoken. So from now on, I shall wear this orange bow tie. The brand has changed, but it's still as good as always.
And now for today's KMNH weather report. The sun has come out. The temperatures are rising. It will be 75. Hope you had a chance to get outside today.
On Friday, Cincinnati Public Schools Superintendent Laura Mitchell reached out to students, parents, teachers, and the community through a Facebook Live to connect and answer questions.
So the question is, when will we go back to school? And at this point in time, we really don't know when we're going to go back to school. We know that it won't happen for the remainder of this school year, that the governor has closed schools to the end of the year. And our last day for this year was scheduled to be May 21st. So with the social distancing, we know that we are not going to open for the remainder of this school year. But just earlier today, I was on the phone with the health commissioner for the city of Cincinnati, and I was talking with her about, so what does social distancing look like moving forward? Will we still be under these guidelines and these rules when school opens in the fall? And her answer was she wasn't sure, but she believes so. That obviously once we really hit the peak, and we anticipate hitting a peak even for a longer period of time, according to the health commissioner, it's not as if the virus will go away. And so what has been the message over and over again is that we are going to have to live a new normal, and it will require some social distancing for quite some time. You also may have heard in the news or read that the CDC as well as the health department has come out and said that there's a really good chance that we are going to experience something like this again that might be even worse in the winter. And so we are really gearing up for the long haul in terms of a way that we're going to address teaching and learning. But to Tiana's point, our buildings may be closed, but instruction is still happening and learning is still alive within our district. And so I don't have an exact answer as to when we'll be back in session, but we are looking forward to seeing our kids, whether it's through video conferencing or face-to-face.
You can sponsor KMNH News and other Happen Online programming as a BFF. BFF does stand for Best Friend Forever, and here at Happen it means even more. BFF stands for Business, Family, or Friend Supporter. If you are a BFF and want to be a BFF donor for just $100 or more, you can keep Happen's online support happening. We will recognize and thank you on air for your donations. Just go to Happen's website, happeninc.org, and click on the Give a Gift and the Donation button, and leave in the Send a Note area that you would like to be a KMNH sponsor. We want to thank you in advance for being a Happen BFF.
On today's Art Myths and Mysteries, we explore the most wanted paintings. These paintings have been stolen, and their whereabouts are still unknown. The first is Poppy Flowers by Vincent van Gogh. It was stolen from a museum in Cairo, August 2010. The painting depicts yellow and red poppy flowers against a dark background and is small in size, but with an estimated value of $50 million. It's no surprise that the painting was targeted by thieves. The robbery in 2010 wasn't the first time the painting had been snatched, though. It was stolen from the very same museum, June of 1977. Following an extensive search operation, it was found 10 years later in Kuwait. A few hours after the second theft in 2010, Egyptian officials and police believed that they had discovered the painting at the Cairo International Airport when two suspects attempted to board a plane to Italy. However, this lead proved to be false, and the painting is still lost. Painted in 1911, Pablo Picasso's Pigeon with the Green Peas became the target for a large art robbery May of 2010. It was stolen from a Paris museum. What was unusual about this theft is that it was carried out by a single person instead of a gang of thieves like lots of other artworks. All that was found at the crime scene was a broken padlock and a single smashed window. Like the rest of these paintings, it is still lost. The third stolen painting is called The Concert. Painted in 1664 by Johannes Vermeer, it is a scene of a man and two women performing music. Concert was part of a large art heist that took place in 1990 at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. A group of thieves entered the museum dressed as Boston police and claimed they were responding to a call. The thieves stole 13 paintings in total, including Vermeer's famous work, right from underneath the museum security's nose. The painting's estimated value is $200 million. As a result, it holds the record for the most valuable unrecovered artwork ever stolen. None of the paintings have been found, but if you go to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, you can listen to the chief investigator recount the step-by-step actions that the robber took. Let's listen in.
Hello, I'm Anthony Omer, the museum's chief of security and chief investigator. You're about to hear the story of a horrific robbery that deprived the Gardner Museum and you, the public, of some of the greatest masterpieces in America. Thank you for joining me as we retrace the thieves' steps and find out what really happened on March 18, 1990, in the hours past midnight. This room, the Dutch room, was where the two thieves went directly after getting inside the museum. Turn to face the wall with the two large empty frames. The thieves entered this room from the doorway just opposite the frame on the right at 1:48 a.m. We know the time because internal alarms from motion sensors start going off to indicate that someone is on the landing just outside that doorway, but there's no one to check on them. Two security guards were on overnight duty, as was typical. They're stationed at a security area downstairs. The thieves had presented themselves at the locked outside door to that security area at 1:24 a.m., dressed as Boston police officers. Over the intercom from outside, the thieves say that they're responding to a report of a disturbance. It seemed plausible. After all, it was the night of St. Patrick's Day. Revelers are still out on the streets.
So where are these paintings? It seems it would be hard to sell or trade or even just display them. Could they be out there on eBay or found one day at a garage or estate sale? Keep your eyes open and you might be surprised where these works show up next or if they even turn up at all. This is Larkin with Art, Myths, and Mysteries.
I want to thank you for tuning in to KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen. A special thank you to the Northside Community Fund for sponsoring this broadcast. I hope that you've enjoyed this broadcast, and I hope that you will tune in again tomorrow for more of KMNH.